An outline is a good tool to use when you're doing any kind of writing. I know it seems like an extra step and more work right now, but in the end, it will actually save you time. This is where you'll organize your evidence, your ideas, your thoughts to make sure that what you're saying can be proved before you actually start writing the entire essay. What makes this a formal outline is the set of rules you will be following, and those are the rules that I'm going to be talking about today. Just a quick overview of those rules. They include using specific indicators. So for example, to indicate each paragraph, you're going to use a capital Roman numeral. When you get more specific in the paragraph, which is like your points in this case, you'll use capital letters. And then for the specific details and evidence, you'll alternate lowercase Roman numerals and lowercase letters, depending on how often you get specific. The key is to indent each time you get more specific so that all the points line up and all the details line up, as well as all the paragraphs. Note that it's single-spaced with an extra line between each paragraph so that you can see them visually separated. And there are only 3 things that are in complete sentences on this outline. That's the topic sentences, the thesis statement at the top, and any quotations. Everything else is going to be in point form, as point form as you can make it while still making your points and your ideas obvious. Remember, the major purpose of this outline is so that I can help guide your thoughts. So I need to know where those thoughts are going. This is what the outline is going to look like, and this sample outline is available on Classroom. I also have available on Classroom sort of a class note that you can use even as a template. The key to this is the color coding. Anything in black is going to appear on every outline you write for me. Anything in green is where you put the actual content. So you would actually write the word thesis, and then you would write your thesis statement. So let's get started. When you go to write your outline, the first thing I suggest is removing the auto formatting option. Otherwise, the auto format is going to drive you crazy. Trust me, it took me a while to learn this. In order to remove that option, go up to Tools, click on Preferences, and right here, Automatically Detect Lists. Make sure that is unchecked. That way you can share and choose which options, which indicators you're going to use. Otherwise, it thinks it knows better than you. And don't forget to press Save. So the first thing you do is you type your thesis statement at the top of the outline. Make sure it is in a complete sentence. You want to keep it to approximately 1 sentence. Some thesis statements are going to be 2 sentences. Whatever it is, it goes at the very top. And then, since your first paragraph is your introduction, you're going to type the capital letter I and then just the word introduction, just as an indication that this is your introduction. Okay. Now, the first thing that you put in your introduction is your opening sentence. The second thing is your thesis statement. And then the third thing you're going to put is your direction. You can put these in your essay in almost any order that you want to. The thesis and the direction, those can go however they appear the best in your actual writing. But for the outline, just write the words opening sentence, thesis, and direction. Okay? Then I want you to get more specific on the direction. So because we're getting more specific, we're going to indent, and then we're going from regular letters to Roman numerals. And these are going to be your 3 points. Now, it's a good idea to put these in the 3 points in the same order that they're going to appear in your essay. But that's the beauty of an outline. You can go back in and you can cut and paste and move it around until you've decided what works best. That's all you need to put for your introduction. The next step is to go to the content. And this is the most important part of the outline, obviously, is the content, because that's the purpose of it. So, write your indicator 2 in Roman numerals, uppercase, and your thesis statement in a complete sentence. I want to see it in a complete sentence because I want to see where you're planning to go. Officially, in outlines, you wouldn't put this in a complete sentence, but I'm asking you to. Then your first point is going to be A, and your second point is going to be B. And if you have a third point, it becomes C. So put your points. Okay, this is what you're going to talk about. So here I'm making the argument that Waterloo Oxford should receive funding in order to improve their athletic facilities. I'm going to talk about the change rooms and the field. And I could put in a third one, but it would have to do with athletic facilities. Once I've decided my points, then I can get more specific. So what evidence am I going to use for the change rooms? Well, for the first part, they're too small, not enough room for the entire class, or not enough air circulation. See how these are two different points? They get two different indicators. If I wanted to put a quotation or other evidence, I could put it under these ones here. I could put a 3. But right now we're just looking at the basics. And the same thing for the field. So you write your first evidence, any other evidence, so 3 students injured each year. And those are my points in proof and comment. And what you would do is you could add and subtract those points. You do not have to have 3 and 3 and 3 or 2 and 2 and 2. That's the beauty of this. It gives you the option to go and do more. If you want to do 3 students injured each year, maybe I want to get more specific here. So I would type A, and I would say knee injuries are particularly problematic. Okay. Then when I'm done that, start a new line for your next paragraph and begin writing your complete sentence. Waterloo Oxford should receive funding in order to improve the technology in the school. Okay. I like to have a clean outline. So by that, I mean that all of the margins line up. So I'll just go over here and move this over so that it lines up. And then move that top one back. And there we go. And that also makes it easy to see where the specific information is, where the points are, and where the general information is. Makes it easy to read. You just continue that way. Then when you get to the very end for your conclusion, again, I really am not concerned about the conclusion. All you need to do is actually to write this information there. So you could even just control copy and paste that. And then obviously make sure that it's in the correct font. Okay, that's how to organize a formal outline. If you have any questions, feel free to come up and ask me. You know where I am.